Thank you guys for joining me on Instinctive Addiction Archery today. I'm so glad that you tuned in. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you so much for your support and watching all of our videos and all the things that you do. We love you guys so much, but let's get to it. Okay, what we're going to talk about here today in this video and what I'm going to share with you is some very, very important information that I feel like I need to get out there to the public, to the guys that are wanting to shoot instinctive, that have gotten into traditional archery and decided, you know what, I want to learn how to shoot this bow instinctive, and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to try to help you guys. Now, there are tons of methods, there's tons of techniques, there's so many things out there, guys, that can help you improve accuracy and build your confidence and help you become a better shooter. Now, what we do and why we are different is because even though we're very closely associated with pretty much everybody in this industry, and as a bow company, we serve all of those and we interact with people every day, all the way from string walkers, gap shooters, instinctive guys, young guys, old guys, it doesn't make any difference, women, youth, you name it. We deal with it every day. Arrow tuning, technical stuff, builds, it's all the time, non-stop, guys, and we love every bit of it, we do. But where we specialize and where I specialize is instinctive shooting, okay? And guys, I want to share some information with you that has helped me personally, that I believe will be a huge help to you. The first thing I want to tell you is, if you fall apart, don't get discouraged. Please don't let it get to you. I've lived it, I've done it. I experienced a 2 solid month, what I call a slump, that I just fell apart. I could not shoot groups like I was used to shooting, and you don't know frustration. For somebody like me that shoots as much as I do, to day after day after day, especially going to major 3D shoots and just not getting it done. And it completely mentally just demolished my brain. I could not wrap my head around what was going on. But I am very fortunate, guys. I am fortunate that I shoot with some really elite shooters, some really good shooters, guys that are just so consistent, so on. And we all help each other. And there were things in my process that they noticed that I didn't notice. Bad habits that old Jeff had picked up that I was unaware of. So yes, you can pick up habits that you don't even think about that affect your accuracy big time. So once it was brought to my attention, then I got mad at myself for letting it happen. How did it happen? How did I start short drawing a bow? How did I start not getting into my anchor and not pulling through my shot and doing the things that I have preached and taught and done for so many years? How does that happen? Well, for one, lack of practice for me because of work. Lack of practice, lack of discipline, not mentally doing what I call maintenance about my shot. But I'll tell you where it all come in for me, guys. Here's where it come in. It's simple. Very, very simple. By the way, this is the 4th bow. This little passion here is the 4th bow that I brought home from the shop since I recovered from my slump and really started shooting strong. Just to see if I could do it with different bows, because everybody else shot our bows great when I wasn't shooting great. So I thought, okay, I'll test different bows. I'll shoot a vapor, the takedown, I'll shoot a recurve, I'll shoot one-piece longbows like this passion here, whatever. And guys, it's made no difference. It's made no difference at all. As long as I do what I typically do, it works. Okay, now what is that? You say, all right, what is your process? What are we dealing with here? Well, first, let me share what got me back on track. What got me back to what I call in my groove. And that's, I got hunt minded. That's right. Here it is, July. And I got hunt minded because I am a bow hunter. I am a bow hunter. I love shooting 3D. I love competition. It's fun. It's cool. All that's great. I love shooting in the yard. But I am mainly a bow hunter. And my mind is always thinking about the upcoming season, where I'm going to hunt, how I'm going to set up, thinking about my shot, imagining in my head and thinking about shots that I've had before, what I could have done different or whatnot. It never ends with me, guys. It's in me. I am a bow hunter, okay? So I got hunt minded, and it helped me 1,000%. You say, well, how does getting hunt minded help you recover from a slump shooting instinctive with a traditional bow? Well, I'll tell you, it was very simple, guys. Very, very simple. After it was pointed out to me that, hey, you're short drawing your bow, man. I'm watching you. You're short drawing. You're not coming into anchor. This, that, the other. You're dropping your bow arm. Bad habits that I had picked up that my friends noticed, and they were so good to point it out to me. And that's what you have to do. If you see somebody developing a habit, you got to say, whoa, hey, man, hey, you're doing this. You can't do that. It'll destroy your accuracy. You can't stay consistent if you pick these bad habits up. You can't do it. Okay, that's what happened to me. So I had to come home and deal with it. And when I dealt with it, I took control. I said, I will not let any of these shots control me. I will control my shot, and I'm gonna shoot every target like I'm hunting. Forget a 3D course, forget competition, forget all that. In my mind, I'm gonna focus on what do I need to do to execute a deadly kill shot on whatever I'm shooting at. That's what I call being hunt-minded, guys. So how I did it and how it clicked for me is I kind of went old school. I did. I started canting my bow a little more. I put a little more cant to my bow. It didn't matter which bow I was shooting. Instead of shooting that bow vertical, I put about a 2 o'clock cant. And when I put tension on that string, mainly with these two fingers here, and I put tension, and I started coming into my draw and settling into my anchor. And I mean settling. Coming at, not even thinking about my spot until I was settled. Getting settled into that anchor where everything's in line. All my back tension's in line. Everything's in line. And when I come in and I pull into my anchor, then my eyes zero to that spot. Once my body says it's right, it's right. You know when it's right. And then you focus on that. Sometimes it only takes 1 second. But once you do that, then you can shoot like a machine. That's what happened to me, guys. So I'll demonstrate one for you. I'll shoot the old bear right here for you. I line up with that target and I say, hey, that's a live animal. I can't wound it. I cannot wound that deer or that bear or that whatever. I have to get a clean kill. I owe it to that animal. That's what I do. I stare that spot down, come into my anchor. Bam, dead. Hammer, dead. And you'll do it every time. It doesn't matter what the target is, what the situation is. You will do it every single time. I'll shoot him again. Every time, guys. There's another one. That's even better. That's more where I would put it. They're about 1 inch apart, but that's second arrow is exactly where I would want to kill that thing for sure. There, they're touching. I love it, man. I love it. It's not hard. It's fun. But you got to think. And even if you're at a 3D course, you got to imagine, hey, that's a live animal. What would I have to do to kill that thing? Not just fling an arrow at it, but go to your process. So what I do in my mind, guys, as I start putting tension on my string, when I've got that bow comfortable in my hand and I've got my hook and I'm coming into my draw and I settle, I've got this right here. This is pulling my skin. My head is in line with that arrow. Everything is in line, and I know when it's right. There's no denying it. I know when it's right. And when I come in and I've got it right, and all I have to do then, when my sight picture is my trigger. People say, well, you got to have a trigger. Well, I've used the inserts on my finger. I've used feather to the nose. I've used a variety of things. But I have developed now where my sight picture is my trigger. And it's when my mind says, go. It's time. It happens so fast I can't even think about it. When I'm in line and it feels good, somehow I expand through that shot. Somehow it just happens. But if I do it before, or if I let up, or I try to manually do that, it doesn't work. You can't manually let go of the string. You have to pull through that shot. So more or less, I've got tension. I've more or less, once I'm back, and I'm looking at it and I'm good, I've got tension. I start pulling the bow back further and further and further. And it may only be that much, but as I'm tugging on that string even more, it just rolls off. It's gone, it's done, it's over. And that arrow is going right where it's supposed to go. So guys, I hope this has helped you. Love you so much, and thank you for joining us on Instinctive Addiction Archery. Call us, message us anytime. Please subscribe and like our channel if you will. We got tons of new videos about to be released, some really good stuff. So anyway, if you get a chance, go to our website. If you're in the market for a custom bow, if you want a real high performance bow, even in light pounds, like this is a 42-pound bow that will not tune to anything less than a 500 with any significant weight. They're double carbon bamboo core bows, and they shoot extremely hard, even with light pounds, so you don't have to shoot heavy pound bows. But if you're comfortable with a 50-pound bow, Lord, there's no limit to what you can shoot. If you want to shoot the Ultra 700 grain arrows, go for it, because it's sure going to do it. But if you're in the market for a bow of any kind, of any of the models, go to our website, check us out. Other services, anything that we can possibly do to help you guys, we will. And if you get a chance, if you happen to be on Facebook, go to our Facebook page. It's so interactive. We go back and forth with customers all the time, answering technical questions, you name it. But anyway, guys, we love you so much. We thank you for joining us on Instinctive Addiction Archery, and I hope this has helped you. So get out there, work on that little process. You got to have one. And believe me, if you get down, don't let it bother you too bad. Take control. It will come back. Spend enough time out there with a clear mind, thinking about what you're doing, and it will come. And when you find what works for you, not me, but you, when you find what works for you, that you can consistently touch feathers at pretty much any distance you want to shoot, and I'm saying from 10 to 40 yards, when you can do that instinctively, then you have reached that level that you're after. The problem is maintaining it. Unlike aiming, you have to maintain letting that mental sight picture trigger come into play when you're ready. Don't shoot until you're ready. If I can tell you anything, guys, learn how to control your bow, and do not let that arrow go until it is right, till everything is right. That's key, guys. Thank you, and God bless you. Amen.